Their homes after severe flooding in Aberdeenshire have told of the terrifying moment they saw rapidly rising water threatening their property. Houses were evacuated last night after the River Don burst its banks in a number of places, and today many are still unable to reach their front doors. Sky's Scotland correspondent James Matthews spent the day in Inverurie and sent this report.
There isn't a corner of this island these floods won't find. This time it was the turn of Scotland's northeast. In the town of Inverurie, this was the calm after the storm. Rains overnight had drenched this town. This was the scene in the aptly named Canal Road, although it was more of a river. The River Don, to be precise, which had burst its banks. It prompted the evacuation of more than 30 households at speed.
The water rose here 2.5 to 3 feet in 10 minutes. I never seen anything like it.
Residents who went back to inspect the damage told of the danger the night before.
The fire service, they came in about to help my wife and I out, but we had to get some necessary medicine and things like that to take with us. And some clothing, but we hadn't the time. By the time we went out the door, the water was up to our waist.
Getting out of the house quickly had been a matter of life and death.
It was just terrific. It was just a case of panic button, just get everybody out, throw on whatever you can find on your bedroom floor. I've got 3 boys, so you can imagine. Just get everything on and just get out.
By day, the flood had relented, but it left devastation in its wake. Fire brigade officers checked properties in an eerily empty street, checking on those who'd been left behind in the evacuation, people and property, like the garage whose vehicles had been submerged, and the police van that had been hastily abandoned.
We're not going to be able to live here. That's it. Game over.
All day there was a steady stream of people coming back to their properties. Stuart and Jenny Muffet were among those to go back after the waters eased, only their house was in too deep.
When the River Don burst its bank, I don't think anything could have prevented the outcome.
I'm very upset, what can I say? So the house is just damaged and it's lost. Hope everything will back to normal as soon as possible, but look at just now, I don't think so.
This part of the country has become the latest to be struck by the relentless spread of flood misery. Yet another community is left to count the considerable cost, financial and emotional. James Matthews, Sky News, Inverurie.
And Sky's Harriet Hadfield is in Inverurie for us tonight. Harriet.
Yeah, well, it has been quite a bright, sunny day while people have started the clean-up here, but it's just started to rain, so not much respite. One of the streets that's still flooded, they haven't managed to finish draining the water off it, is this one. And we can speak now to Frank, who's been waiting all day to get into your mother's house. We spoke to you a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Can you give us a quick look around?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what we're going to see like, but it's not going to be nice.
This is your mother's house.
Yeah. This is it. I mean, the water's been up, I would say, what, 4 feet here? Watch yourself with debris, you can see it's total devastation. It's just my phone. But, I mean, we've managed to lift up what we can. So I'll just turn this off.
So the water really very deep here.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, it's been up, and we've managed to lift, because this is a bungalow, you can't really do much with it. We've taken all the electrical stuff out.
Here. Which room is this?
This is the living room. We always thought the back would flood first, but it actually came through the front because it came off the river, and it's come right down the front, and it's just been like a torrent.
This is your mother's house. She's away on holiday. How's she going to feel when she comes home?
Well, I just hope she doesn't see this when she's on a cruise. But hopefully we'll get things sorted in the next couple of weeks. She's got a couple of weeks before she comes back, and we're going to try and do our best to try and make it look as nice and as, you know, it's going to take a while, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad she's not here to see this right now, you know.
What else is through here?
Well, that's the bathroom there. It's not a pretty sight. Obviously, we've got a lot of sewage that's come up. You can see that.
Yeah, it's very dirty in
Yeah,
there.
well, it's you can see what it's been. It's been up to the sink. Everything's just wrecked, ruined. It's just where it starts, you know. Through here into the kitchen.
And everything's on the floor in the kitchen.
Everything is on the floor. We did put things up. Even we didn't think it'd be as high as this, but it's gone up onto the sink above here. I mean, it's just even the fridge freezer that's lying on its side there is on it's a big double fridge freezer and it's on its side. So, I mean, it's just total devastation. But we can't really touch anything now until we look at the insurers. We'll maybe take out some of the bedding and sheets and stuff, but a lot of the other things, like the expensive things, we might have to leave for the insurers to come and have a look, just to assess things. So we really need to watch. We've been on the phone to them. It's going to be 5 days before they can get out here. So it's going to be a bit of a wait. But we'll just have to try and mop up the best we can.
Frank, thank you so much for showing us around. It really is an incredibly depressing sight. I think this is probably one of the worst affected houses because it's been underwater for the longest amount of time. They are working very hard to drain the water away, but still this row of houses still sitting in about a foot of water, dirty water.
Harriet, thanks very much indeed. Harriet Hadfield there in Inverurie for us. The UK's first change in official